Hey everyone, welcome to Nanabun World Episode 6. This is the Nanabun no Niju ni fan podcast, brought to you every couple weeks. We missed a week, but you probably didn't notice that. I'm back as the host again, Matt. And joining me today we have Jarryd.
Yo.
And we have Tzion.
Hey everyone, glad to be here as always.
And for the first time, and a special guest, we have Daryl, or Dariru, as he's known on the Discord. Daryl,
hey,
what's up?
What's up?
Yeah. So Daryl, real quick, tell us, how did you discover 22/7?
I think most people, I saw Shinsei's tweet and got pretty curious.
Yeah. Is that video, infamous video? Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same as all of us. And who is your Oshi? Yeah. Who's your Oshi? Oshi in 22/7, and if your Oshi is Sally, please tell us who your next Oshi is.
Yeah. So first Oshi is Sally. I think my second favorite's probably Chiharun.
Okay, yeah, it's
a good choice.
It's a popular second.
Any reason why you like Chiharu?
I saw some of her streams and just her voice acting is really good.
Yeah. She's got that like that.
She can do like a shonen voice really well.
She has probably the most Ikemen voice, maybe, of the members.
Yeah, I can say that.
She's definitely got the lowest voice. I mean, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sally has range too sometimes.
Yeah, well, Chiharu's is just naturally low.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's kind of more of a raspy, husky kind of voice. Nice.
When she wants it to be, yeah. But...
Yeah. Alright, so on today's show, we are going to recap a few of the events that happened in the last week. So this, most recently, this was like the release event week for Nanabun no Nijuni's third single, Rikaisha.
Yay.
Congratulations. So I think the first event we'll cover is probably arguably the biggest one, and that is their VR Live, which this was held in a venue in Shibuya, and your boy Matt, he managed to get tickets for this event, which to get tickets for it, you had to reserve either Type A or Type B from the Sony Music store directly, and then you would get entered to a lottery, and they only allowed 150 people to go in, and so I was one of the chosen few. And actually, it's pretty full. I think there were like 150 people.
Well, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I'm surprised, because I figured like there weren't that many fans. I only see like maybe like 20 or 30. Even Sonic can attest. Like when you go to like these like high touch guys and stuff, there's only like 20, 30 people tops usually.
Well, this is the first single they've done since the Twitter accounts, so I feel like they got a boost of fans from that.
Yeah, I guess so.
And they did have a good number of people at the last live, like the live.
July one.
The July one, and the last like private live, which was the February one. They had quite a few people at that one.
And I think they've just been pushing Nanabun no Niju ni quite a bit now.
Especially with the TV show as well, that gets them out to a few extra people.
Yeah, the extra eyeballs. Yeah.
Well, they've got that. Got that billboard up now too. Well, it's an electronic billboard, right? So
the big screen.
The video sign.
The video sign, the video billboard, yeah.
Which they do that for a lot of like any like new release that comes out. They'll do that for like a week or two. So
right, but they're pushing some money on advertising at this point.
Yeah, or Sony is. They have the money. They can.
Yeah,
they can do it. Yeah. So like, at this event, it's called a VR Live. So I go in and I didn't know if it was going to be like they're going to have like VR headsets set up there, like in the venue. It's like in this just regular like kind of like concert hall looking venue. Very, very comfortable seats. It's like a movie theater. But no, for people who were there, it was just regular live.
Surprise!
But it's VR because they streamed it live on YouTube using 360-degree cameras.
Which was only announced the day before.
Yeah.
They announced it on Twitter the day before, which is was questionable.
So you had to clear your schedules.
Thanks, staff, as usual, right?
Yeah, but I mean, they can get away with it in this way because it's just a YouTube stream.
Yeah. This is just like a Nanabun tradition at this point. Like, announcing things
always
at
have
the
a
very
clear
last
shape.
minute.
Yeah.
Maybe they got Sally starting to work in the office.
They've got to keep all the computers clean because she snoops on the screens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Changes the backgrounds to like fan art. Yeah. So I watched it live in person, and y'all watched it on YouTube?
It's the first time being able to
I
see
have
it
not
live.
gotten a chance to yet.
Oh really?
It's very good.
I
Especially...
watched it, and I think I'm the only one within our community so far, within the English-speaking community who I've spoken to, who's watched it on the headset, or who watched it live on the headset for sure.
In VR.
In VR with my Oculus Rift. And that was great. So it's it's the first it's not the first 3D video I've watched, but it's certainly the first 3D live stream I've watched with the headset, and it was the first concert video I've watched with a headset. I wasn't really aware that was a thing until this.
It's not really a thing.
Okay,
that's why I find it so cool.
Yeah, it's not
usually
a thing.
just right. It's usually just short little videos, that are filmed in 3D because it takes up a lot of space. It's
it was a 4K stream.
Yeah, it requires 4 times the resolution of a regular video essentially, and so it's a huge amount of data, and you can't stream it very well. The stream quality wasn't great compared to the download of the stream later, because my bandwidth here isn't enough to get 4K down.
Mine was surprisingly good. I was surprised at how well I was getting mine at least at 1440. I think mine was coming through at.
I think mine was around there too, which is somewhere around standard definition.
See, that's standard for you.
When you stretch it into the VR. Well, I mean 1440. I mean, I think that breaks down into a 480p equivalent, essentially, when you stretch it over a 360 sphere. But it was really impressive even with a slightly lower resolution. And I went back and watched parts of the video, the VOD, again with my headset in HD, and that was really great. I mean, especially the song. Was it Juncon Bus that were we on their stage?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, Juncon Bus. They put the camera in the middle of the stage, and the girls danced around it and looked at the camera, and it was you were there with them, not in the crowd, but actually it felt like you were sitting on the stage in the middle.
It really did. It must have been low-key awkward for them, the way that because they were really looking at the camera at times, and when you see photos of the live afterwards, and Matt, you obviously saw it live, they're just looking at a ball on a stick.
Yeah.
But when you watch it on the stream VOD, they're it's really, really well done. They put on a really good show.
Well, Mizzy was great. Mizzy kept flirting with the camera during the song. Every time she would go by, she wink or something. It is.
I actually
really
don't think
cute.
I've watched through that song watching Mizuha yet. I've gone through watching Sally, Nagami.
You gotta go through and follow Mizzy, because she's just giving her full attention to it.
Oh man, I've got it now. I don't think I have it on my laptop. I think I've only got it on the desktop at the moment.
Yeah,
I was just
spinning in circles during that song, because sitting in my computer chair with the Rift on, worrying that I'm gonna asphyxiate myself with the cord, because I'm just continuously spinning around trying to catch glimpses of all the girls. But it was that song was probably the most entertaining video that I've ever watched in VR, and probably will be for quite some time.
Yeah, it's really good.
Did you get dizzy or motion sickness from?
My arm got terribly sore because I was holding my phone up the whole time.
Oh yeah, if you're using your phone and using that VR mode with the gyroscope in your phone.
Yeah, it was.
I can see that.
And that was it was an hour-long show.
Yeah, I'm pretty used to the VR. I've never gotten motion sickness off of VR. I know that it differs from person to person. If you're prone to motion sickness to begin with, then you're at a much higher risk of being motion sick from using a VR headset. I don't have any trouble with that though. So the only thing that happens to me is I get a little eye strain after a while. But that's
as
you can get that from 3D movies too. So
yeah. So
do you know if it works with the PlayStation VR? Because I have one of those.
I don't think so.
It would be on YouTube, I guess, maybe. But.
I don't know.
If the PlayStation YouTube app supports 360 video, then yes. But
okay.
I don't think there's full driver compatibility with the PC for the PlayStation VR headset. If there were, then you could do it like that. But at the moment, you can only use it to watch like 3D movies in sort of
it's like a big
3D.
Screen.
Yeah, it's like a big screen. It's not really work. It doesn't work for 360 stuff with a PC yet. I don't know if they gave up on that or not, but I know there's some people trying to hack together some homebrew drivers to make that work. I'm not sure if they have. So.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I guess real quick, what did you guys think of like the concert? Like, so I thought the set list was pretty good.
So good.
With the
Except we didn't get
exception of them
again.
Yeah, no Chikatetsu. But I feel like the new song Irie no Musume. Irie no
Iraten
Musume.
Oh yeah.
I think that had kind of the same vibe as
the choreography was really good.
Yeah, I definitely think that it's their best song at the moment, Iraten. Although really? I think Rikaisha is their best dance. People might disagree 100%. With. I know that a lot of people like the Iraten choreography as well, including Sally says it's her favorite choreography. Yeah. But I think that the Rikaisha choreography is better. It's really like raw and emotional. And it's actually like violent.
Yeah.
Throwing punches and shit.
Yeah. No, I really enjoy that because it's choreographed and yet it feels almost spontaneous at times.
Yeah. Okay. I wrote some other notes here. So also another highlight was the VR mascot, the Nanabun no VR.
Yes.
The mascot was like this
the
guy.
New best character.
VR-kun.
Daryl doesn't know. Daryl doesn't know he didn't see it.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk about it on the podcast. I mean,
hang on, I might have screenshots that I can post in chat.
You know how they have those, you know how they have the guy that's a camera head for like the movies, like who they use to talk about not illegally filming movies in Japan.
The piracy looking
camera guy.
So
well, they had a guy like that where he's like dressed in a black bodysuit, but then his head has these giant foam,
like googly eyes
with the letters, literally just the letters VR.
The googly eyes
over 7.
Hang on.
Over 7. VR over 7.
That sounds hilarious.
Yeah. And like the guy looks really happy to be there too. Not really though.
He looks so
He's
sad.
like so. Yeah. Even like googly eyes are kind of droopy looking. Like, I hate. Please kill me. Basically, his body language said all.
The poor guy.
So that was pretty funny.
I want to cosplay it.
Yeah. As for, I guess another note I had. So I was really close to the stage. So I was like in the second row. And actually, the entry was like a random ticket. So show them your ID to confirm your ID. They give you a paper. It's kind of what they did at the February concert. So you just got a random seat number.
Yeah.
So I was in the second row. So you guys could see me at least a little bit.
You were easily visible.
Very towards the
because I was wearing this bright red shirt, the same one I'm wearing right now.
Well, and you're like a big gaijin, so like you do stand out in a crowd. I mean, in Japan, so yeah.
So I was like off to the right side, but one problem with that though, I was on the wrong side of Sally, because Sally is always like on the left side of the stage usually for like all the performances, but I was on the far right side, so I never actually got a chance to really look at her, except when she occasionally comes over and then does a little bit and then comes back. So yeah, that's the pro tip. If you ever like go see him live, you want to be on the left side, because that's usually Sally's side. Hot tip for you, Jarryd.
Yep. Many opportunities I get.
And then also like the encore call. So they did it really quickly. As soon as like they were barely off the stage, and they already started doing the encore call. They just started doing encore or uncle, do however you want to
we were
interpret
spamming uncle in chat while we were watching.
And then they eventually changed it to Nanabun no Niju ni, like half the room. Only you guys were saying like Nanabun no, they're not even saying it. All I can hear is the Niju ni part, I guess. I think the problem is like there was only like 2 to 3 people actually saying the Nanabun known part, so you guys didn't quite hear that
the
part.
whole time. I don't know what people were talking about when they said they couldn't understand what they were saying. I heard it very clearly.
Cause I noticed it, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start like yelling it too, so get more no's, So yeah, that was really cool. And then the really funny part, so after the encore, that's when they did the Juichi ni no Ryu. It's the reason for the 11 people song.
Feels
it was really sad. Yeah. So that's the main guy who's like doing the main chant, like the main like encore call. So he was behind me, like right next to me, behind me, and he just burst down in tears, like he was crying so bad right behind me.
Oh no, it's terrible.
He's like so hyped, and then the song's like, it's like crying covering his face.
No.
I was like,
that's brilliant. But that's so sad.
Yeah, and there's also, I'm not sure if you guys know, is like in the crowd, like there's also this girl next to me, and I think the whole time she was crying the whole time, like, the whole show, not even like just a sad song, but she had like a towel against her face the whole time. I'm not sure if she was covering herself or she was literally just emotional, just covering like her tears. I could kind of hear her sniffling. Yeah,
very excited to see them.
Yeah, I imagine that's like how a certain fan we know would be. Which actually we'll probably experience that this weekend. Well, at least I will. Me and One will experience that.
Oh, you have to
take
notes.
Yeah, yes. I kind of want to record, silently record like that. In
definitely should record that. I want to see that. I'm upset that I'm not going to be.
I don't think I'll be able to see it, but maybe do like an audio recording, but that would be rough. But yeah,
slip your phone in your pocket with record on.
Yeah.
Or don't do that because this is being recorded. And we have proof, so no, don't do that.
But you guys won't hear this until after the event.
You should just pull out your phone and do an interview afterwards while she's still sobbing.
Oh man,
that'd be funny. Yeah. So that's kind of all the notes I had from the show. You guys have anything else? Any other thoughts you thought about the VR Live?
I hope they do more of them.
Yeah, it was cool as someone who isn't in Japan and doesn't really have any chance to get there immediately. It was cool to be able to see them live at all. It's the first time I've seen them perform live as a group. And not have it be cut down for a documentary or something. It was whole songs, whole show. It's the first time. And that was for a lot of people as well. It was really cool, and I hope they do more of them.
One thing I will say, and I don't think that staff listens to these podcasts, but
no, they definitely don't.
If there's a way to communicate this to them, for future VR lives, the dead zones between the cameras on the stands were not oriented properly. They had the dead zones were basically north, south, east, west, which means that when you were looking straight at the crowd or at the girls, the middle of your field of view has a seam. Which is a little.
It wasn't completely straightforward.
It wasn't completely straight, but it was not. It should have. They should have been at 45-degree angles. Yeah. They should have. They should have oriented it so that it was an X rather than a cross for the dead zones, and they didn't do that, and so it was a little distracting when you were having a sort of straight on 90-degree shot. It was okay for the. It was okay when you were just looking around during the JunCon song because they're all moving anyway. So they're constantly moving through the seams, but whenever they were stationary, the seams were at angles that made them quite distracting.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and of course that can be overcome with better cameras too in the future, but that's a budget issue at that point.
These were not sure if these were the most expensive, the most fancy cameras,
people
or
worked out what cameras they were, and they're $5,000 cameras.
They're probably ones that Sony already has. I mean,
that would make sense.
Thinking realistically. So, and that's fine. I don't expect them to go buy cameras just for Nanabun lives, but just check where your dead zones are before you start.
Yeah.
Oh well. Next time.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully there is a next time.
Yeah.
I also before the live they also did that little backstage VR.
Yeah, that was great.
Teaser thing. I think I noticed Nagomi, she's hiding in the corner the whole time
with her Rikaisha.
Yeah, with her wall.
I wonder if we should. Of course, we have the moment where Sally, thinking that she was not on camera, got a little bit intimate with Mizuha. And oh man, I almost feel like because Sally talked about that in her recent showroom. I almost feel like we should splice that audio in here.
So before it started, the staff told us that there was gonna be a blind spot for like a place where the camera wouldn't show, and where I was standing and where Mizuha was standing, they told us was the blind spot. So we were doing all these like, I don't know, I was touching her, but it wasn't a blind spot apparently because there are now pictures of me touching Mizuha on Twitter, and we thought it was a blind spot, so we were having fun, but it wasn't. And I was like, somebody was lying because that was not a blind spot.
For this, because she was pretty embarrassed about it afterwards. Because I actually went ahead and screen capped it and put it on Twitter where it got a bunch of shares, and then she was like, on Showroom, she was like, "Oh, somebody has been spreading that around Twitter." I was like, "Yeah, that's me."
I didn't even notice until you dropped in and was like, "Yo, look at Sally at this time slot," because apparently I wasn't looking at her during that point.
I just went through the whole VOD and like watched Sally the whole time, so like catching.
Oh man.
The act catching her red-handed.
Yeah.
Or yeah. Yeah.
That was great. Anyway.
That's funny.
What idols get up to when they think the cameras aren't rolling.
Yeah. Or just what Sally gets up to.
What Sally gets up to.
Alright. Okay, yeah. And then, so that's like the VR Live, which is really cool. And then, also during the rest of the week, they did a bunch of other events related to the release of Rikaisha. So I guess the day before that, they did individual high touch Kai. No, like, improv or mini live or anything, just as a high touch Kai individually, which I think would probably be better if you only like certain members rather than being forced to meet like 2 or 3 members you don't really care about to get to the one member you do care about. I didn't go to that because I think I was waiting for packages or something. Yeah. And then the day after that, they did the Meishi Owatashi Kai, which is like kind of like the business card distribution event. For these events, you had to buy the CDs at the event, like on site, and then you get a ticket, and it's just like the improv events. You get like a random entry number or whatever. Actually, entry numbers didn't really matter. It was just like they only had a limited number of tickets, and they actually did sell out like before even like the first slot finished, which was Sally, Mizuha, Ruri, and Aina. But I think that's just because people bought tickets for just the whole day, and they wanted to like go see the later members later on. But me and One, we went to the one with Sally, and they ended up being an hour late because I think it was
traffic. She tweeted at the time.
Didn't they?
Traffic.
Well, the train that they needed was down. She said, and so they had to take a taxi.
Yeah.
And then traffic was really bad. Yeah, there was a train delay. Like they couldn't take the train. And so they had to take a taxi, and then that was what made them late because they had to jump into rush hour, basically.
Yeah, I just want to blame it on Sally because she forgot she was supposed to even be there that day anyway.
Oh yeah,
she's the only one who can understand what we're saying right now. So.
I think when anything goes wrong, it's a pretty safe bet that Sally's to blame.
It's like they snuck by because I wanted to like give her shit like when she like walked in, like I'll be like. Nice of you to show up, like I can help it. They like snuck by, so I didn't get a chance to yell at her. So and I think her head was like kind of down, like hiding, not trying to. I mean, that's always the way whenever they're like they're coming in. Yeah, like, kind of pretend like they don't exist until they're in there. So I got a couple tickets. So I got Sally's business card. You guys will listen to this, can't see these, but they're like literal business cards. For Animate, which is where they had the event.
Right. What's their job listed as? I can't see that from here. What's...
It just says Ichinichi staff. So just
one day staff.
1 day staff, yeah.
Okay.
Temporary staff. Yeah, and then I also got Mizuha.
Hey.
Nice.
Yeah. That was it. They're really boring. Like they're really boring. But I guess
yeah.
Cool, I guess. I don't know.
Do they just hand them to you, or do you get a second to talk to them? Like, is it the same as like a
high touch?
You
get a few seconds. It's kind of like a high touch.
Okay.
Or even more like a handshake event. Yeah, you literally go in the booth, they'll hand it to you, and you talk to them for like probably like about 5-10 seconds.
They do the two-handed card presentation.
Yeah, the full etiquette.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so. Actually, I wasn't paying attention. Sally probably just threw it. I don't know.
You've been to too
Sally
many
just
events, you've stopped
flicking
caring.
cards at people.
Yeah. Actually, it was interesting. I guess I only talked to her about this, but yeah, 'cause I guess Sally used to work at Animate, so this is kind of like, and they had to wear like the apron and everything, as if they were actually working there. So I guess she got kind of like a nostalgic, I guess.
Yeah,
PTSD, more like it.
probably. Having to deal with people.
Having to deal with people like us.
Yeah.
She probably wouldn't mind dealing with people like us. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe, hopefully.
I mean, yeah. Okay. So there's that, and then they also did like the quiz game thing, which I didn't go to, and no one else I think was able to go there. I think one of the Caitlins wanted to go, but they sold out before she could get there.
Yeah.
I mean, I told her I'd get there like, at least an hour in advance, so she got there like an hour ahead, and they were already sold out of all the tickets and CDs. So.
Right.
Dang.
The one time she got there on time too, like.
Yeah. But yeah. But I guess it sounds like that was a fun time. Alright. And then I guess most recently, last was it Sunday?
Last Saturday?
Saturday, yes. So Daryl, he went to the Anisama performance at the Live Dam stage. So you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, so it was pretty short. They just they did Shampoo, Rikaisha, and Chiketetsu. I think it was in that order.
Basically, the best 3 songs. I mean, you want to leave a good impression, so might as well.
Yeah, actually. And I mean, I kept on hearing from, like, you guys how, like, Nanabun no Nijini is not that popular. But it didn't seem like that at Anisama.
So this
because there were, like, other acts there, right?
Right.
There were other acts. The thing is, like, the act before, like, a whole bunch of... Like, before the act before them started, a whole bunch of people started rushing in, and, like, they were getting super pushy. Wow. And I was like, man, I haven't seen, like, people this pushy, like, at Rock in Japan. What's up? Like, the fans for this next group must be terrible. And then, what happens is, like...
Oh, no.
Nanabun no Nijini comes up, and only a few people leave. I'm like, dang, the fans for Nanabun no Nijini are kind of rude.
Yeah.
Welcome to Idol Hell.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, Idol Hell.
It's weird because, well, my first impression is, like, with all the other idol groups, it's like, man, like, these people are pretty yakai, like, people are tigering all over the place, and, like, all these strange calls. But then Nanabun no Nijini came on, and it got worse.
Wow.
And I was just surprised.
Oh, man.
Because, like, this was, like, Chica idol shit. Levels of a yakai.
Translator's note, yakai means obnoxious.
Yeah, obnoxious, rude fans. They're usually, like, if you watch a concert, like, they're usually the ones that are, like, jumping up in the air.
Yeah, I
like, they feel like they look very hype, but they're kind of...
Like, at the beginning, I thought, oh, like, they're pretty calm, because I saw this one guy, he got to the stage before me, and he's just been, like, camping it out there, like, 3 rows back, in, like, a Nanabun no Nijini shirt, and he's just waiting his turn. Like, next act comes, he's just staying there, letting other people get their chance to, like, be up front for who they want to see. So I was like, okay, yeah, like, Nanabun no Nijini fans are, like, pretty cool, like, they're respectful. Nope!
Flip the switch, and just go full.
Yeah. Apparently someone, brought a bag of hot Cheetos, but, like, I was in the second row, so, like, I didn't see it, but, like, apparently someone behind me, some ways behind me had hot Cheetos, and, like, Sally noticed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it, like, a foreign fan or a Japanese fan?
Probably a foreign fan.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate light stick.
I mean, where else are you gonna get hot Cheetos?
I mean, like I said, well, Sally figured out a way.
Freaking Sally, getting me hooked on hot Cheetos, and now I can't even get them anymore.
Yeah. You can order them, yeah, same thing, yeah. You can order them from Amazon, but they're like 3,000 yen for like, just like one of those like normal bags. It's ridiculous.
That's almost my entire daily stipend, so no thank you.
Yeah.
I've never.
Or you get like
Cheetos.
one of these like Americans who come here and bring you some.
Yeah, I brought 3 bags last time I came, but
Yeah. You put those in the locker. We still don't know what to...
Hopefully Sally was able to retrieve those.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're
And,
not
like,
still there.
They're really conscious of like any chance they got, they like try and wave to fans.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of odd. Like I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
Like the bigger groups, they don't really do that.
Right. Well, they really are. Yeah. I mean, they really are in terms of their relationship with the fans, more like a Chica idol group, an underground idol group. For those people listening who don't know.
Both like the productions of like a big idol group. Like they have the budget of a big idol group, but are basically Chica idols.
Right. They're not self-produced like Chica idols are, but they're very intimate with their fans still.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the fan base is not super large yet,
mm-hmm.
much like a Chica idol group, so they can afford to have that sort of personal interaction,
mm-hmm.
which is nice, of course, and it's something that we'll all miss when they get more popular. But it also means that their fans tend to be the ones who are more passionate and hence more yakai.
Fighting for the attention.
Yeah.
Right, which is the same thing that happens with Chica idols. I mean, it's when you can get that close to the girls and have them recognize you by name and recognize your face, you tend to lose your sense of reason a little bit.
Yeah, sadly Sally didn't even wave to me. Even though like I was like the only guy that was up front saying Sally in not a Japanese accent.
Oh no.
So like it's pretty distinguishable that like I'm not from Japan.
Yeah.
Well, that's because so Sally she has very little awareness when she's on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her attention span's even smaller.
She even said, and I don't know how true this is, but she says she puts in the wrong prescription contacts for performances to stave off her fear of public speaking and public performing.
That's pretty hardcore.
So my guess is that she just kind of zones out. Yeah. I think she just kind of zones out and tries to ignore the crowd for the most part, and her waves are more of like empty gestures.
Kind of yeah. Reina waved at me,
like
though.
Waving to the ground half the time.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Despite me not like saying her name at all or anything, she waved at me, so that was nice.
Yeah, I don't get. Yeah, she never looks at me. You know, like it's hard to miss me. But I don't know.
And I think I read that they were like doing CD sales after the fact, and there was like some special bonus, but I could not find the stand anywhere. It said it would like they would have a table set up in the square, and I did not see one.
Yeah, it's probably like a really tiny table, like even like their normal ones, like the ones when I went to the virtual reality event. There's also a tiny table. Yeah. Okay. Any other thoughts, or was that pretty much it?
How big was the event itself? The whole Anisama thing.
It was pretty big.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the stage was kind of small, but at the same time, like the standing area was like pretty big, and like outside that people were hanging around because, you know, they had mist spraying outside of the standing area as well.
Okay.
And like the speakers were loud enough to warrant me wearing my earplugs, so
where was this?
This was outside Saitama Super Arena.
Okay.
So that little square in front of Saitama Super Arena.
Maybe between the station and the arena.
Yeah.
Cool. Do they have like any screens out or anything, or is it just?
There's like a screen behind them. That's about it.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I saw pictures of it. There's like footage and stuff, like a little reel that they put out after the fact. The screen behind them was like displaying them, but smaller than they were in person. It seemed almost kind of pointless.
Yeah. And I mean, like, when you see them that close, you don't bother looking at the screen anyways.
Yeah.
They probably could have used it for something better, like, you know, an actual backdrop, but...
Like, do they put the lyrics for the songs on the screen? They usually
I
do.
did not see that.
Camera?
To be honest, the production value, like, at that stage was not so great. Like, there were times where, well, it's either, you know, maybe they had issues with their mic placement, or they had issues with the mics themselves where, like, the levels would be a little off.
Mm.
So, like, someone's solo part comes on and, like, you barely hear them.
Mm.
That's often an issue at music festivals where they have multiple groups performing and not enough time to, you know,
Like sound checks.
Yeah,
sound checks and stuff.
there was no sound check. It was, like, literally 5 minutes
setting.
from one act to the other.
Right. So they just scrambled to plug in all the mics and probably didn't bother adjusting any levels.
Okay. Alright, then I think that'll do it for the events. So we'll get to the news. Obviously, the big news this past week is Rikaisha is out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
And so on the release date, it got 7th place on the Oricon daily charts. It's really cool, because I think Shampoo got 8th place, and
Yay.
Booksan got 10th place, so they're moving on up.
And Sally announced that at the VR Live,
Yeah.
the Oricon placement.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I guess there's also, she said, like, it got, like, first place as, like, in, like, the iTunes anime music category or something, the music video. Was it iTunes or Spotify? I wasn't sure.
I'm pretty sure it was iTunes.
Is
Okay.
iTunes.
Yeah, music video. And then this is like posted later. I just found this on my own research, but they got 14th place in the first week, and they sold 12,105 copies. So, as I'm used to, I guess.
Does that include
AKB48
pre-orders?
stuff. Yeah, that's literally everything that's been sold
Okay.
before. But I'm not sure, like, if they count like pre-orders that haven't been claimed.
Oh, so like,
like your 500 copies or whatever that you reserved from.
it's
the
not
Sataya,
it's not
you know,
that many. It's like a little
just-
over. It's a
that
little
just
over
hit.
100.
Yeah.
Just hit what you were getting at, then I'm so slow.
I'm just wondering if I contributed to their numbers or not, given like the 100 copies that I pre-ordered.
Probably. Yeah, I'm not sure if they counted. Like,
I mean, they're
picked up
paid. They're
copies or
paid
just sold.
for, so
Yeah.
that should count as
You would think it
copies
counts.
sold.
Yeah.
If they arrive at the store, I think it counts. 'Cause
Yeah.
then it's just up to
Okay.
the store to give them to you.
Mhm. Or you had to pick it up.
that poor store, 100 copies of CDs that has no
they're
clue
gonna
what
wait
to
around
do
for
with.
like
Well,
a
it's
year.
So, yeah.
distributed across 3 stores. It's okay.
Okay.
Uh,
That's still, like,
Well,
more than... That's still, like, 10 times more CDs than a typical store carries for
Yeah.
Nanabun no Nijuni, so...
so yeah, I actually like went there and picked up like my 1 or 2 copies I randomly had. I forgot the receipt, like the little claim slip or whatever. I was telling hey, I reserved this copy from this time Ikebukuro. I'm supposed to pick it up here. I was in Shibuya, yeah, I forgot the receipt thing. But hey, here's my name, here's my phone number, and they're like, okay, we'll look for it. And they have like this big fat stack of these papers that I think no one's picked them up.
I should have
Or
given you.
or
my
those are all
receipts.
Zions.
They're
Or
probably
they're all Zions.
Yeah, I should have given you my receipts before I left Japan. Just had you pick
Yeah,
up.
but also I didn't want to
100 CDs.
carry back I don't want to carry back like 50 CDs with me. Yeah, and like, yeah, just bring back your receipt next time. Like, okay, I'm not gonna come back again, but okay.
Next time.
It was the regular edition, the one like no one really cares about anyway. I already have like, I'm giving them away. Actually, I get to give away that one copy to another guy who, I forget his name. He's the one that came to the Ikebukuro Sataya one. I think it was like one of, I think it might have been like Eiffel's friend or whatever. The random guy just like showed up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think we went to karaoke together. Yeah. Yeah, but he was at the business card event, and he was. So I'm like, oh, yeah, here's your free copy. It's the one I picked up. I'm like, so thanks. I'm like, yeah.
I'm still salty that they're doing all those events in Ikebukuro now after I am no longer
You moved
close to
out.
Ikebukuro.
Yeah. Yeah, it's.
It's
And they're all, like, in
close
Kanto.
either. We can be not close together.
Yeah. So I guess that's the release news. I guess we were going to talk about maybe some takes on the thing, but I think we haven't either gotten our full copies or haven't watched all the music videos, so maybe we'll just get back to that later, next time.
Yeah. Do a full review next time.
We're about to hit a slump where there's not a lot of news because the CD pushes over, so we can talk about that another time.
So yeah, it'll just be like a bunch of like handshake events coming up, which we do have. Either by the time you listen to this or whenever it gets posted, there'll at least be one of them on September 2nd.
Yes.
Which I'll be going to. That one. There's also one on the 23rd. There's one on October 17th and one on October 21st or 22nd. Yeah. I'm only going to the first one, the second one, and the fourth one. Just because schedule's kind of busy. Also, I definitely want to go to on the one on the October 21st because that's like their Halloween costume one. And I think I'm gonna buy tickets for each member.
Okay.
Just so I can see the costumes.
That sounds like it's worth it.
Yeah. I'm also tempted to dress up as well.
Oh, you should totally do that.
Dress up as VR guy.
I was going to say dress up as VR kid. It'd be great.
I don't think I have that No, I don't have that technology. Actually, I was tempted Actually, that was really funny during the VR Live. I think Chiharu or I guess someone was asking, "Hey, is anyone wearing a VR headset today?" And I was I was tempted to bring my PSVR headset and just wear that. I didn't see anything, but it looked really cool, right?
Yeah. I definitely liked during the VR Live when they would talk to the VR camera, and they'd ask questions as if we could respond through the internet.
It would have been good if they had someone reading.
And they would, they would
someone
wait
on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny.
Yeah, did you guys enjoy the show? Yeah!
Chat was certainly going crazy, but
yeah.
No one was watching the chat. I'm certain no one was watching.
Mm.
Yeah. Alright. But they also did announce some other events that are going to come up. With the special blue ticket event things that come with the Types A and Type B of Rikaisha. So already they could do this where you can apply to win either a letter from a member, a signed checky or Polaroid photo from a member, or a signed poster from all the members. But then a couple of days ago they announced we're going to do another lottery for if you mail in 2 tickets, you could win an audio message, a recorded audio message from the member. So basically they have a special kind of handshake event where you go there with the ticket if you win it, and you can record. According to Imu Mateo, he says they can record a 30-character message in Japanese, which I guess 30 characters that's a decent amount of words. But I guess that's probably close to about, I don't know, maybe 15-30 seconds, perhaps. I don't know. You guys basically already got audio messages for free from Sally's ringtone stuff.
Flex.
I wasn't even complaining about it. I have to pay money for this usually. You guys got this on for free.
So good. Flex on all the new
But
scrubs.
I'm not sure if it's going to be scripted or it's just you can just have them say whatever.
For those that don't, just write everything in kanji. Get the most out of your value.
I was going to say, unless it's Sally, she's not going to know what the hell it says.
That's true.
That might be an issue. And then they also do the same day, but they're also doing a signed event. Basically, you can bring something of yours, and they'll sign it for you. So you can bring a T-shirt, bring a notebook or something. You're basically getting an autograph. They'll sign something of yours.
How many switches is Chihara going to have to sign?
Yeah, that'd be cool. Well, I think they only have. I think the prizes might be 5 per member. I remember it was a really small number.
Can you bring Raton your cat?
They do. I think they did say something how it's if it's too difficult, or I think they have just if it's too difficult or too.
Well, my cat's very gentle, so
if she
too mindokusai to deal with, they won't let you do it. Yeah. Yeah. I won't be able to go to those events because I have a special concert to go to for my other Oshi from another group. I have to go to Osaka, so I won't even be there that weekend, so I won't get a chance to do this. I think Oni is probably going to definitely try it. And actually, you have to be at the event, so I don't think I can do like the proxy, mail in, try to get you guys. Maybe, I'm not sure. I think they might do like an ID check so that to verify your name is on the stuff that you get signed. Can't like sign out to eBay or whatever.
Please sign this blank check.
Yeah. But how about for like some discussion? Hypothetically, if you were going to go to these events, what would you get signed, or even like if you're going to do the audio message, what would you want to get recorded? What you guys?
Signed?
I think as Jarryd said, I'd probably go to Chiharu, have her sign my Switch. That's definitely.
I probably wouldn't do the Switch. I'd probably take my copy of Persona 5 to Chiharu. If I
that too, yeah. That also, take it out of the.
Yeah, it'd be something that I wouldn't use daily.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it to get worn off.
Protected, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get Sally to sign a bag of hot Cheetos.
We don't have hot
Get her to
Cheetos
sign individual hot Cheetos, like each piece.
Sign the Cheeto.
No, I just imagine I would just like to bring a bag of hot Cheetos and have her sign it, and then be like, "All right, well, you don't get to eat this now, Sally."
Oh man, that's cruel.
That's so mean.
That is cruel.
Watch her be sad. Wow.
I mean, like,
I might suggest that to her on Sunday.
I'd like to get at one of their CDs signed. I think would be cool.
That'd be cool too.
That's like related then, and it kind of
the album.
I feel like a lot of people
might
do
the
that
value
too.
of the CD. Then like a signed
Right,
copy of
bringing a
Persona
single
5.
would be standard. I mean, I'm trying to think of more unusual things to have signed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess T-shirt would also be that, or a towel, or even like one of those like can badges or keychain. Well, if you got Sally signing your like koala.
The koala.
Stand.
I don't have it with me. That'd be cool. And she's got one of those.
We'll
too,
get Mizuha to sign the.
I got that one. Yeah.
Keychain too.
Hopefully that gets to her eventually too. That'll be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Bring a Yaoi Dojin and have Sally sign it.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Would they allow it?
Just to keep it in a cover or whatever, pretend it's a different book,
Yeah.
and then when you get up
Put it
there,
in a
like
Bible slipcover.
Yeah. I mean, they do have those these paper bag kind of covers. That
well, I mean,
for
like
privacy
one that
reasons.
literally just looks like makes it look like a completely different book.
Yeah.
Like some sort of
yeah.
regular comic book or something, and then you get
Carved
up there,
in.
you slide the cover off, and it's like this is like Gintama Yaoi Dojin.
Mm.
Oh man. I'd like to see her face though. Like you'd take it up and it'd look normal, and can you just slide this up before you sign it? And she's like, what the?
Oh, she'd probably say something that they couldn't be recorded.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess that's also another obvious one. Would be get her sign one of the bromides.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bromides would be great.
That'd be another standard one.
Yeah, something related to the group would probably be the better idea, because then it kind of puts its value up as a piece of memorabilia. Getting Chiharu to sign a Switch or a copy of Persona, it's kind of unrelated. Like that copy of Persona
it's like
doesn't
a
necessarily
creative
have value.
It depends on if you care about getting rid of your Nanabun stuff after some time. I mean, if you're not the kind of if it's me, for example, if I wanted something signed by Sally, I wouldn't be planning to sell it at any point in the future.
Yeah, well, neither would I, but I like to have that in the back of my head.
Plus, if you do something that nobody else does, it's memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It means more to you if it's something that's not a generic piece of merchandise, in my opinion. Yeah. But of course, other people might not appreciate it as much.
Or even the members themselves will be like, "Man, guess what I had to sign this time."
Oh yeah.
Right.
There's that certain thing I think I mentioned on the chat. The really disgusting thing that someone signed.
Oh yeah,
before.
Yeah, let's not.
Don't go that far.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Yeah,
or girl.
Yeah, we don't discriminate.
Most likely though, I think you probably couldn't sell it, or you probably won't get much because I think the AR will be required to write your name, address it to you, so to Jarryd or whatever. So unless your name is Jarryd and spelled the same way, it probably won't be much value to you.
Jarryd, yes. No one spells it like me though. That's so rare.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt.
Jeez.
I'm sure there's a few more Matts out there.
I've had a lot of underground idols sign albums and stuff for me, and Czechie's and stuff, and they always misspell my name. So yeah, I don't know how well that would work. I guess I'd probably have to bring it written first. Like, I guess you write your name down so they can copy the letters.
Yeah, there's a little paper.
I had a signing once, some cosplayers from Taiwan, and when you got up to the front of the line, they had a piece of paper that they would have you write your name down clearly so that they would know how to spell it.
Yeah, now that I think about it, that's what I did for Minori Chihara as well. When I had her sign an album for me, I wrote my name down first. But for others, I have literally just told them how to spell it. Like, I've just, given them the letters.
See, well, the cosplay thing I talked about, they didn't speak much English, so you had to write it down for them.
Yeah.
Because it was an international thing.
Right.
Anywho.
Yeah.
I wish they would do, like, more signing events, though. Like...
Yeah, or actually, what I'm hoping for, I hope they'll do a two-shot, like a Shamekai, so take a picture with them.
Oh,
like
that'd
be... selfie events.
Yeah, that would be great.
Which, like, I can see them doing it, like, if they actually release a proper album, later down the line, probably like in a year or two, when they actually have more songs, make it like an actual full album.
Oh, God.
I can see them doing that, because that's what, like, AKB does.
Oh, God.
For their albums. That you better plan your trip to Japan during that time.
I'll have to grow my hair out again. I'll have to grow my hair out again so I can be Gintoki.
Yeah, I just noticed you had a haircut. Holy shit!
I do. Yeah, I'm not Gintoki anymore.
Yeah. Now at this point, I feel like I've got like the one shot of going over there at this point, and like I've got to.
You gotta make it count.
Like if I go over there and I can't go to an event, I'm screwed.
The problem is that they're not gonna. Yeah, they're not gonna announce it until 2 weeks before. So
yeah, exactly. So
you just have to guess.
Kind of guess, and like I guess July might be a safe month. February is I guess probably a safe month.
How much does it cost to get to Japan from Australia?
Oh, I have no idea. It's a lot though. You could ask Bobby to know because he's gone over a couple of times, I think. But
is it a lot?
Never left the country.
You're relatively
I think it's
close.
less than the U.S. I think it's less than the U.S.
Okay.
I might have seen it before. It might have been like between like $500 and $800.
Oh, see, that's like cheap from my perspective because for me, for me, a round trip is like $1,500.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say, and you say that in Australian dollars, though, it's a lot more. Like it goes up when you convert it over. So it also
same with the Canadian pesos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you say $1,500 US, that's basically $2,000 for me. And then I think the Australian dollar is weaker than the yen as well, so it gets pretty expensive.
Gotta sell more acrylic stands. Gotta sell more cool stands. Like a lemonade stand or whatever. You're just selling.
As a follow-up to our last episode, I still have one more charm to sell too. So if anyone's interested, slide into my DMs. I'm waiting.
He needs that cash to get to Japan, guys.
I need the cash to get to Melbourne in a couple weeks. Oh man.
Yeah.
The release week hit me hard.
All right, so we have another live event coming up.
Oh yeah.
We actually have two coming up. One's not on here, right?
Week.
We still have the Keisanchu event coming up.
Yes.
Oh crap! Yeah.
We were talking about that. On September 20th.
September 20th. Yes.
And tickets are now available online for that, I believe, right? So.
Yeah, they've been doing the general sales, I think, for a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
So I think they're just going to keep selling them. They probably might just sell them like day of, like at the door, probably.
Right. So you can get tickets for that. There was the lottery previously, but now anybody can just go online and get a ticket for that.
And they do not have your names printed on them, so actually anyone can get them. So actually you could probably have someone buy it for you and then give it to you if you're outside of Japan.
Right, which is almost what you have to do because a lot of those ticket sites will not accept American credit cards. I know this from personal experience. So oftentimes I have to transfer money to somebody in Japan and have them take it to a convenience store and pay for tickets. So that's how you guys should do that.
Yeah. So that's still happening. I guess they also announced that they're also going to do a live the day before the audio and sign events on October 27th. They're going to be at Jam the Field So another at Jam event. This is going to be in the Liquid Room in Shibuya. Yeah. So there's another at Jam event.
Why is it called the field if it's inside?
I don't know.
Actually, the full title like at Jam the Field Volume 14.
The field sounds like it sounds like an outdoor live, right?
Yeah, it definitely
Jam
does.
the field.
Jam in the field, yeah.
I don't get that. Then again, I mean, I don't get the Liquid Room. Like these live houses in Shibuya and Shinjuku have the weirdest names.
It's throwing you through two different loops. First, you think it's going to be an outdoor live in a park. Then you think it's going to be in an aquarium.
Oh, yeah.
It just turns out to be a bland room.
I've been to a lot of
beige walls.
underground idol concerts at a live house called the Shinjuku Loft. And it's literally in basement level 3. And it's called the Loft. I've always found that incredibly amusing. And I don't know if it's an ironic name or not, is the thing, because it's Japan, and so I don't know if they simply picked a word, an English word that sounded catchy, because they always use English names for these live houses.
Yeah.
And I don't know
the VR event was in Mount Rainier Hall, which is a mountain in Washington State. So
right, and you never know if they're really like aware of the meaning of the English words that they're using, because a lot of them are just bizarre. And
Japan's
some
wild,
of them,
yo.
Yeah, so they just pick words that sound cool and hip, and to our ears it doesn't always work out. But
I know what you're talking about. The Liquid Room sounds freaking awesome.
I imagine like lava lamps all over the place.
It's literally just gonna be like an empty box. Like it's just
beige walls. It's not gonna be anything flashy at all.
No, it's not gonna be fleshy. No.
I didn't say flesh.
What'd you say?
I said anything flashy.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. It's your Australian accent.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What's your dirty mind? I don't know.
Yeah. It's not on here, but we forgot to mention, if anybody missed the VR live and would like to see it, you can contact us on the fan Discord or on Twitter. Our Twitter handles will be linked in this video's description.
Yeah.
So you can contact us on Twitter if you would like a link to download and watch the VR live. It is a fully 360-degree video. You can play it using either VLC or Pot Player, which has nothing to do with drugs. It's simply a Korean media player that's very good at handling 360 video.
Drugs. Oh no.
And drugs. But yeah, you'll need a Media Player Classic won't be able to handle it if that's what you typically use. Of course, you can also watch it using a headset, which is great. So, and I would definitely recommend watching it with your VR headset if you have one. Your phone maybe too. If you've got like a Google Cardboard headset, you could watch it on your phone with Google Cardboard.
I haven't tested
basically
that
the same
yet.
experience.
But there's a VLC app on mobile, so it'd probably work through that, I'd assume.
There's multiple 360 video players for phones.
Oh, is there really? I've never even looked at it.
Yeah. So I think if you've got a Cardboard and certainly if you have Android, I'm not super familiar with iOS, but I'm sure there's a solution out there for 360 video with iOS as well. So yeah, but if you'd like the video file, it is large. It's like 4 gigabytes. So be prepared for that. But if you'd like it, get in touch with us on Twitter or Discord.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I could probably just wrap up the show there. That's a good point to stop. Yeah, so as Ion said, hit us up in the Discord. Join Discord. That's where we have all I'm not sure if it's the one only source, but probably one of the bigger sources for 22/7 fan interaction with the English community.
It's definitely the international community.
It's like definitely the most active overseas fan community. So
yeah, it's like we hook each other up with a lot of stuff. Yeah, as I mentioned, like the videos, we even like upload like when they're doing the radio rips for the new songs that are coming out. Those,
or if you would like back episodes of Keisanchu, their variety show. Yeah,
which is also really hard to watch. And then also we have like Negiko, who does like translations. I think he posts those there too for like the song lyrics and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, and we just like hey, if you want to get in touch like with getting stuff from Japan, getting copies of the single or goods or whatever, we have people there who can hook you up as well. So Yeah, so I think this is going to do it for the show. So thank everyone for listening. Thank you, Daryl, for joining us.
No problem.
Gotta do our sign off here.
Yeah, as well as Zion and Jarryd. Thanks, guys.
Yo.
So we're gonna close off. The show like we usually do by doing our traditional dab. So
it's not getting stale at all.
Zion, count us down.
All right, we're dabbing on 0, 3,
okay,
2, 1.
There we go. All right. Thanks everyone for listening. We'll catch you again in a couple weeks. Peace.